G'day, Steve here, Woodworking Masterclass. Oh look, I've got to tell you, I'm excited. This isn't so much woodwork, it's DIY. The other day, Theo the woodturner, another friend of mine, we went to a DIY tool trade show. And the trade show, it was a bit tragic, actually, because there wasn't many people there. I think there was about 30 people, if that. But when we got there, and I said to Theo, I said, oh, yeah, we'll be in and out of here in 5 minutes. We were there for 5 hours. And it was amazing. It was put together by manufacturing companies in China, and they came out to Australia just for this expo. So I felt, sorry for them. They didn't get the attendance that they were looking for. But boy, oh boy, did I get some great stuff. And just a disclaimer here, I paid for everything I'm showing you. I haven't been asked to do this video. And in fact, the company that I'm doing it with doesn't even know I'm doing it. But I was so excited what I saw, and most of this stuff that I'm going to show you isn't available in Australia. Apparently it is available in Germany, it is available in America, but not Australia. They are looking for distributors if there's anyone out there who wants to take it on. The innovations were just absolutely fantastic. Here's an array of some of the stuff, but I'll only show you 2 or 3 actually in use, and later on down the track I might show you a couple others. It blew my mind. I had so much fun. The interesting thing was a lot of the people didn't speak English, so there was a great one. Theo was trying to find out how much the particular product was from this gentleman from China. So the Chinese guy whips his phone out and goes to Google Translate, holds it up to Theo's mouth. Theo asks a question, then Theo rips his phone out and does it and points his phone at the guy at the stall, and they were having this conversation through Google Translate. I don't think they reached an answer, but anyway, look, it was a great time. We absolutely had a ball. But getting back to this stuff, a little side issue, which I haven't got it with me. But most of it was on CBN products, which was cubic borate nitrate, man-grown diamonds, crystals if you like. Not quite as hard as a diamond, but definitely harder than a lot of the other stuff that's out there. An interesting thing, I was talking to one fella, that was a lady I was talking to, and the process for growing these crystals or making these crystals as an abrasive, it's as little as 20 minutes. It's done in a really, really high temperature, high pressure oven. Anyway, but yeah, one of the things they had was CBN sandpaper. As I said, I thought I had a sample here, but it must be up in the house. So a sheet of sandpaper made out of CBN in different grits. There was hand sanders, little cork blocks like this one here, only with CBN on it. And I think they were $10. So you could get 80, 60, 120, 200 grit. Mate, they would last forever. They had belts for linishes, they had belts for sanders, and flapper discs. If you do any metal polishing or if you heard of flapper discs, they go on a grinder, hand grind. CBN flapper discs, they would outlast you. Anyway, that was part of it, and I really enjoyed that side of it. But then the tools, check these out. I'll demonstrate a couple of them, but they blew my mind. Okay, first one. These things here, multi-grips, they're called. And when I started my trade as a mechanic, 1975, was it? No, 77. These things were the worst thing out. I went up to my workshop to see if I could find an old pair, but I couldn't find them. They weren't refined. They didn't have plastic handles on. They've all got plastic handles on them now. And they had half-moon grooves. And the half-moon grooves had half-moon ribs that went into them. And whenever you use them, I would say 12 times out of 10, yeah, I know what I said, 12 times out of 10, when you use them, you go like that, and they had a nut that held the two plates together. That would be loose, and you'd go like that, and it'd slip and pinch your finger or jam your... Oh, they were just horrendous. I've got a pair that I've had for, oh, crikey, got to be 20 years, 30 years nearly, and I thought they were the bee's knees. What they were like this, with the head coming through here and a split handle, and then they had a cam. So if you wanted a particular size, you opened it up and you slid it down and, whoops, you'd get the size you want. They were great because they never slipped, but it still was the problem. You had to get them the right size. Check this out. All right, let's take a Dynabolt, common variety Dynabolt, and put it in there, and you've got to stop that from spinning so you can tighten this up for whatever reason. And normally, you would get these and then you'd fit it to the size you wanted, and then you'd hold that, and then you can get your shifter or spanner or whatever and do this. Now sometimes you haven't got the luxury of having it in a vise. So what you've got to do is hold it. Meanwhile, you've got these multi-grips, so you're holding that and then you're trying to jiggle these, and you generally got to let that go so you can get that to the right size, and away you go. Check this out. One-handed. I'm holding this, that slides down there, that goes over there, and as I squeeze it, it just squeezes to the size I want. So it doesn't matter what, there you go, doesn't matter what I want to hang on to, it will automatically just squeeze down to that side. One-handed operation. I've got to tell you, that is a game changer for me. So they are absolutely brilliant. I love those. There's a funny story attached to these too, but I'll tell you that one later. Okay, what else have we got? What about vice grips? Well, they are so handy, but they are a pain in the tush when you've got to adjust them. See, I've got a nut here. We'll put this in the vise. Okay, I know you should be using spanners, and I do have all the spanners, but these are tools generally, if you're not trades orientated or you're purely DIY, you don't want to spend a fortune on tools. That's what you have. You have a pair of Stilsons, you have a pair of vice grips, you have a shifting spanner, and that's all you need. But the improvement on those basic tools is unbelievable. What are we doing? Vice grips. Okay, so here we go, vice grips. So what you've got to do is you've got to get it to where you want it. Then you've got to twirl the handle so it's tight, and you'll find that it will still, the nut and that can, see that's still wobbling, comes off. So what you have to do is you tighten it, you collapse it, then you open it, you give it half a turn, then you put it back on, then you clunk it, and it's not going to move. We've all experienced that. Check this one out. It's awesome. Whoop, hang on, get that one out. Vice grips, normal vice grips. That's what you think. Check it out. One-handed. Automatically finds the size, and it's tight. Doesn't matter what size. There you go. No messing around with screws or tensions or anything like that. Vice grips. This great. This one's my favourite too. I love this one. How often, and we've all done it because it's the nature of the beast. Shifting spanner, right? Normal shifter. Everyone's got a shifter. Problem with shifter, in fact, it happened to me a week ago. I had to change the oil in my truck, and I was too lazy to go down. Well, actually, I thought it was a 17mm sump plug. So I went down the shed, got a 17mm spanner, went back up to the vehicle. It was about 30 degrees, 38 degrees, and it was hot, and I was over it. And I got underneath the car, laying down on the hot tarmac. Oh, no, could have been a 14. So I went back down to the shed, grabbed the 14. I know I should have taken the whole heap up with me. Grabbed the 14. No, it was too small. So it was a 15. Oh, blow this. So I went and got the shifter, this shifter. Put it on, screwed it up, pulled it. It was tight. So what happens? As always, with these things, you've got play in them. So as you force it, it works on the corners there of the hex, and it rounds them over. And then all of a sudden, it's hopeless. You've got to get Stilsons onto that. So when I saw these at this trade show the other day, I thought, you've got to be kidding me. I'm going to have those. So, all right, here we go. Put this on here. Now, we can tighten. It's not ideal in a woodworking bench. We can tighten this up, and then when we take it off to put it back on, you see now we got slop in there? There's play. Tighten it up. Give it another turn. You can't go any further, so you've got to take it off, and you might have to loosen it to take it off. Then you bring it back around, and you've got slop in it, so you've got to tighten it again with your thumb. Then you can give it another turn. Check these ones out. Absolutely awesome. Get the nut, tighten it to where you want it, vice grip. Turn it, loosen the vice grip, reposition it, tighten the vice grip. No slop and no play. Absolutely awesome. Oh, there you go. So that's it. Vice grips for shifters. Then you got these multi-grips, self-adjusted, one-hand operation. And my dad, unfortunately, he lost an arm in an accident, and he was one-handed. And when I was a very young age, we used to have to hold the nails for him so he could hammer them, and I used to hold the wood as he used to saw it. Stuff like this, he would have absolutely loved. And last but not least, the vice grips. Automatically adjusting vice grips. That's all I'm going to show you at the moment. How about these? Look at that. Fold up bolt cutters. So space storage saving tools go in the back of the car or whatever, fit in a toolbox. Now normally if you've got a toolbox in your back of the car, it's not that big. But I reckon you could fit those in a smaller toolbox. Anyway, that was just, I thought I'd share that with you. Had an absolute blast. As I said, we got lost for 5 hours. And yeah, we were about the only people there, but awesome stuff. By the way, the company that makes all that stuff, they're based in China. Massive company, a couple of thousand employees. And they're looking for a distributor. And just to reiterate what I said before, no, I wasn't asked to do this. I haven't been paid. I'm not looking for any compensation. I was just so excited to see these new DIY tools out there. I just had to share it, and I thought, that's the best way to do it. I'll put a video out. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to have some fun. This is Steve pulling the shed door down, saying remember to keep it sharp, but more importantly, keep it safe, look after yourself, be kind to each other. And I look forward to having your company at the workshop or at the workbench in one of the workshops very, very soon. Till then, God bless. Bye for now.